Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 9 of the TD Markets podcast. Joined by colleague number 1 and 2, Seppo and Julian, and myself, Zander. Yeah, interesting week, like really good, interesting start to the week, to say the least.
Interesting start to the week.
Yeah, like we'll get more into that like as the day or as the podcast sort of goes along. But yeah.
We're happy to be back as always. Thank you to everyone who's joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, I want us to do that. You know how YouTubers do with that thing. You guys know. If you're joining us for the first time,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
What else is there to do besides like, comment, and subscribe?
Share,
Share.
recommend.
recommend.
Leave a comment down below.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
tag all your friends, traders.
Yeah,
Join us in the comments.
100%. Yeah, so let's get right into it. It's a Monday. You want us to start with the calendar?
Yeah, let's quickly run through what's
Yeah.
happening this week.
Oh, before we go to the calendar, remember our competition. We will be announcing the winner right at the end.
Yeah.
So be sure you stick with us right in the end. You're going to be announcing the winner. Super excited. Now, as we get to the calendar, let's see what we have. It's quite a busy week.
Got CPI coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. That's actually the first important report. The first one for the week, right? So that is tomorrow at 2:30.
Yeah, I think it's 2:30.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, times are
Told you.
shifted.
Yeah, told you. We're back on open as well at 3:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
So CPI, any thoughts? We're gonna do the stream tomorrow. Be sure to join us, guys, when you do the stream live at 2:15 this time.
2:15 coming out tomorrow. 0.2% forecasted. I think that would be very happy when it comes to that.
And inflation, 6.2.
I've got a bad feeling about that one. I really do.
That feeling.
Yeah, I think.
Is it from what happened last week with the testimonials?
Yes.
Yes, something. All right.
Yeah, so Ashton and I spoke about it earlier with Xander, where we said, Bal's sort of always been sort of the spoon feeding type of guy, you know. So maybe they know something that we don't know, and he wants to prepare markets for these higher rate hikes because he knows that this month's CPI or next month's CPI is possibly going to come out a little worse than what they expect.
You say higher than
Higher,
the
yeah,
forecast.
yes. Because if we do take into account all the job creation that has happened this year so far,
Yeah.
that will add to core goods and services spending, definitely. So I think maybe they know something that we don't know, and as we know him over the last 2 years, he likes to sort of hint at what to expect. And I feel like those comments last week was sort of a hint to, guys, next week you might get a surprise.
Wasn't it due to the grilling and the pressure? Because those senators and the journalists and senators, yeah, the grilling was just, man, some of them just went in.
The thing for me, the most important thing, if it came out of the grilling 100%, but it was in his opening statement.
Wow.
It was in his opening statement, which just indicates to me that they might either expect or know something is going to come out a little bit worse than what they expect.
What's the chances of you actually thinking that he's bluffing?
I don't think he's bluffing. I don't think he's bluffing because I don't feel like he would also set the market up to expect higher rate hikes and then come in with something like a pause or with data coming out that could signal a pause or I definitely don't think we're going to see a cut this year anymore, but maybe the pause still on the cards following his comments. If he gets the right data. I mean, once again, just repeating, we'll be data dependent, we'll keep a close eye on the data.
Yeah.
And I mean, if they're keeping a close eye on the data and saying, hey, we might expect some higher rates, we're raising our projected rate for this year.
Yeah, I wanna in tomorrow's stream delve a bit more into like a little bit more CPI stuff. look at more imports in the data as well. So in tomorrow's CPI stream, I'll get into like deeper data, not just normal month on month.
Yeah.
100%. So we almost said mouthful, but they must watch the stream tomorrow at 2:15.
Well, it's definitely the most important stream of the week.
Yeah,
The most important data event of the week.
Of the stream, yeah. All right, that is tomorrow 2:30, and nothing before that.
I think we have GBP unemployment in the morning, don't we? Tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unemployment rate.
Yeah. Could maybe possibly look at something happening over there as well. A little bit of a early morning profit you can grab before the CPI.
3.7%, forecast 3.7%. Let's see how it comes out. So last week's NFP came out at 3.6%. I mean NFP.
Unemployment rate in the US came out 3.6, and that was a lot higher than we expected.
Yep.
We were basically looking at like 3.4%.
Yeah, 3.4%.
Came out like 0.2% higher.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that was like, we had like a lot of mixed results in last week's NFP. Unemployment rates weaker. Average hourly also lower, which I think they actually see as a good thing.
Yeah.
See as a good thing. The unemployment rate, like the Fed sees as a good thing, but unfortunately, like that NFP, I think 311. They see it as a bit more of they want that lower still. It was a bit of a mixed result, and that was why we saw that little bit of a mixed movement in the market, and then subsequent dollar weakness coming into the markets, and Euro USD pushing up well higher, gold as well. Gold just flying.
Yeah. So gold has been respecting the analysis that you've done on these streams, basically.
Well, yeah, we were looking, we did like an in-depth look at gold last week, and I said where I sort of wanted it to like close the week, closed above that, and we just saw Monday morning fly.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the charts. Gold is very interesting. So that's for Tuesday. CPI, one of the important ones. 9 a.m. we've got the GDP unemployment rate. The 15th of March, Wednesday. I think we've got PPI, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the US.
Sales. Yeah,
we're still due for the PPI figures to come out. PPI is 0.1%. Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be good.
We also have some core retail sales, negative forecasted. So
that's sort of what they wanted.
Yeah, they want. I mean, that's exactly what they actually want, is that core goods and services to come down, and that's what makes up retail sales, a large majority of it. So I think that number would be good for them. But let's see what happens.
That's a 230, both CPI, retail sales. Stock change, crude oil stock change. Now we'll see what happens. And that's it for Wednesday. Right? Let's go to Thursday. Wait, no, not yet. GDP.
Quarter. Oh, that's a good figure. 0.8% increase.
We're gonna see some movements of the NZD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope it actually covers quite well.
All right. And on Thursday, 2:30, employment change rather, an unemployment rate AUD. Yeah.
Expecting a little bit of a higher unemployment. They're still raising rates.
Yeah,
They're still raising rates.
Yeah.
It was 25 basis points last time around.
Yeah.
But still caused weakness of the AUD.
Yeah.
The time. All right, so that's at 2:30 in the morning. Building, there we go. House stats, building stats.
This is one I want to start paying attention to as well.
Yep.
I think maybe we might start getting a little bit of movement out of these sorts of, how can I say, different sectors that make up CPI.
Stepchildren figures.
Yes.
So that's at 2:30 on a Thursday. And
ECB interest rate decision.
Nice. I think they're going to keep it flat.
Oh yeah,
0.
3%.
Yeah.
Keep it at 3%.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it flat. think they're going to try and follow foot with, the state sort of cutting or bringing out or raising with lower amounts. So maybe they want to push the euro up a little bit. Maybe they'll keep it flat, and I think that's going to bring strength to the euro most.
I still don't know. Like these interest rate decisions movements have been so
Weird.
unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the same
Now,
thing.
like, sorry to interrupt, but now that Powell spoke about higher interest rates, just pushes that dollar up again.
No, but yeah.
And 3 weeks ago, it was a complete different bias.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see as it is, and it's just been unpredictable movements.
Yeah, I'm really unsure. Like, the moment I think it doesn't matter what they do, you'll just see like weakness coming to the market when it comes to interest rates. It's I want to see what's going to happen. If they keep it flat, are we actually going to see some strength to raise interest rate? More than likely see weakness.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm so unsure because it's like going off of everything trading related. Like, this is not supposed to happen.
I think the markets are maybe looking for, a forward-thinking monetary policy, something that is going to be ahead of everybody else. Where everybody else is going to sit in a situation where the interest rates are causing too much pain.
I mean, that's what Powell said when he started to aggressively hike the rates. He said it's going to cause pain to households, businesses.
Yeah.
So you think he's still yet to get there?
Well, he raised his forecast for this year to over 6%.
Over 6%.
Over 6%. So that's another 100 basis points. And we've got about 6 meetings left for the year. So, he can either do
bunch of 50s,
or he can do 25s, he can do a 75 and hold it for maybe a meeting or two.
I don't know how the market's going to sustain 6%.
I also don't know. And interestingly enough, they were talking on Bloomberg about how many people remortgage their houses through the pandemic on a you take out another new 30-year mortgage on a 0% interest rate. You're Gucci. So it's strange. I think we just need to at some point get to a point where there's some clarity regarding real inflation and what the rates are doing, and I really hope, more so for the U.S. middle class that they don't do too much too quickly.
But maybe that's why all of this dollars or weakness is coming into the markets. Okay, well, we got that initial strength coming in off of your statements, right? But maybe that's how the markets are seeing interest rate hikes more. It's like they're driving economies more and more into recession.
Yeah.
And causing a Great Depression in a way. Because if we go to 6% and it sustains there and he's pushing the economy to where it needs, like they see it to be, they might very see like a depression sort of like filter into the market.
Yeah.
And that's where that pricing in for the weakness is coming in.
That's what those senators brought up is if you go look historically at every time they tried to tame inflation using interest rates, it does cause recession. It does cause high unemployment. It's necessary for those things to bring inflation down. And what Powell said there was, we have very limited tools. We might have to look at the fiscal side, starting to try and help. Using more taxes than rates to try and actually ease off inflation, which I don't think will work. But he said this is all we know. This is all we have. This is how we know how to fight inflation. There is no other way because they don't have an influence on energy. They don't have an influence on housing. They can't force corporations to lower their prices even if they are making record profits. The only thing they can do is use rates to try and tame inflation.
Yeah, this subject on Powell, I think it needs the whole week. If we had podcasts for the whole week,
every day.
It's something new.
We've got FOMC coming up.
Yeah, and it's not next week. I think it's the last week of the month.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the important one. All right, so let's just wrap up the calendar. This is Friday. A few CPIs, Europe, France CPIs. your CPIs, and that's it. That's it for the week.
Yeah, pretty
Alright.
much.
Yeah, so we have a rate hike this week, NZD, GDP, AUD, employment change, and the CPI. All right, that is what we are looking at this week. Apart from that, anything that you guys heard, apart from the calendar that might,
Talk about SVB.
Oh, Silicon Valley Bank collapsed on Friday, in case
Oh, yeah?
you didn't hear.
Yeah, so I don't know, like if a lot of people actually saw this morning, markets gapped up quite a bit.
Thank you. It was good for me.
Gold gapped up quite a bit. Came very close to that 1900 level. Euro USD, same thing. Saw a lot of like dollar weakness coming into the markets. Silicon Valley Bank actually
Yeah.
almost went bankrupt, or
Yeah,
do we say went bankrupt?
yeah.
A lot of people try to withdraw a lot of money there and they couldn't actually get
Yeah.
their funds out. So
The FDIC actually like put a halt on them deposits and withdrawals following the first collapse by Silver something on Wednesday. Was also a bank. They sort of lost a lot of liquidity. They had no collateral. It was more crypto based. They had a lot of crypto assets, and you could deposit crypto there. Sort of almost the same thing we saw happening with FTX the other day. Everybody kind of panicked, went to Silicon Valley Bank, started withdrawing money. They don't have enough money to
pay them out.
pay the money.
And I actually no, and the Fed actually came out with a statement early this morning, saying that they'll actually bail out to the sum of like $250 million, something like that.
That's crazy.
Printing some money actually to help support them, to make sure that everyone actually gets paid their deposits.
And this is what happens every time, and this is why banks continue to do this. I mean, it happens too often because they
Especially
know.
the US.
Yeah.
You get like a little sniff of bank might be going under and everyone wants their money.
Yeah.
They like the big thing a lot of people don't understand is banks don't hold all of that money.
Well.
So it's easy for a bank to actually not pay you deposits because they don't actually hold that money.
Yeah.
They only hold like a certain percentage of it. So
It should be insured though, and I think that's in this case. But the biggest problem is the large majority of their deposits are uninsured. So there is actually no collateral for that money if it's locked up in a loan, in an asset, equity, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I didn't check the story out, but the people that the bank owns, how long do you think the bank will be able to reimburse them?
They're
Is there like a
guaranteeing
specific period?
people up to $250,000 by the end of today.
Oh, okay.
So, but you've got people like Shopify that bank with Silicon Valley Bank. They hold millions of dollars with them. What is $250,000 going to be for these people that need to pay back and so on? There's multiple big companies that have their money with Silicon Valley Bank. I mean, Silicon Valley Bank is one of the top 15 or top 16 banks in the States.
Nice.
So with a book value bigger than our top 4 banks combined. So it's a lot of money. It's really a lot of money. And to think that an institution of that size can sort of go bankrupt or collapse in 24 hours, what does that say for other institutions? So I think right now they're just doing damage control. Like, please relax. Don't go to your bank and withdraw all your money now. Because this can cause a chain reaction. So this is the biggest collapse since 2008 with the Lehman Brothers, and it's the second biggest bank collapse in the history of the United States. So it's it's a pretty big deal. It's not a
big deal.
It's not a small thing.
It is a big deal. All right, so this happened on Friday.
Yeah.
No, this morning.
It happened on
the
Friday.
statements came out this morning
Statements
from the state.
morning,
Yeah. All right. We'll definitely keep a close eye on that. Want us to go to the charts? Talk about the charts.
Yeah.
I think everyone is waiting for the charts. By the way, thank you to everyone joining us, watching live. Please keep the likes coming, right? The likes and the viewers, and not, the converse on communication. Keep the likes coming and share. We're gonna go to the charts right now, right? Let's see what has happened in the chart. We mentioned gold, so I think gold should be the first one we are gonna touch on. We're touching on. If that's everyone who watched our podcast the last Friday, it was the last podcast we had on a Friday. We spoke about gold, all right, and then we made reference to a lot of time frames, but this specific weekly time frame. Remember how we spoke about how this weekly candle, if you can close above, spike and close above, then you're gonna see gold just fly. Hope you guys heard that. All right. Hope they took notes. Yeah, so we've got this spike, all right, into the demand zone here. Now we go into the next supply zone. So where gold is trading at the moment from the weekly perspective, daily, it's not really about to grab this supply zone. Yeah, so if you are buying this is the area you would want to maybe short-term take profits. We're still anticipating this to continue, right? This is just a continuation all the way up. That 2000, who said 2000 between
2015. Like there's a like we did the if you do like a nice fib extension off of that last retracement, it's a very nice
no, to the downside, yeah.
It's a really nice like level to start looking at that 161 fib level. And then coincidentally it like lines up really well with that last tops.
Yeah.
So I'm personally feeling like this is still heading back all the way up there.
Yeah, look for those pullbacks. They're just re-entries.
So for short term, as you said, for short term, if we were to look for continuations, I still think we're gonna get a retracement into this zone here. Might close this window, might come back here to test the neckline retest before it makes a push to the upside, right? That is a possibility. Or this can just fly from where it is, just fly from where it is. I mean, it's an impulse after all. But yeah, this is what we're still predicting. That double bottom W formation there. We're good to go. We're good to go. I want us to take a look at silver.
Oh yeah, it's usually that thing moving.
Yeah, our silver.
Like I've always said this, like if you want to look at something that moves aggressively, like similar to gold, like silver just moves so much faster. It's really nice. If you want to look at it, it consolidates more, but when it moves in the direction, it just moves quick.
This is a buy.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
This is a buy on silver.
Very, very nice.
Let me check the monthly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just the zone here. Yeah, no, this is a buy. It's on the fib as well. Check the fib.
Very nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so silver also looks set to continue to the upside. Like the reason I'm going through all these price actions, that this is just the correction here. What's important for me is just this piece of price action. We do have momentum to the upside, and if we just do this just a little bit. All right. Another bounce. This could be the bounce of this of this channel, like this. Bounces, another bounce there. I would expect this to go back or to break and continue.
Everyone's over cryptos, back to precious metals.
Crypto what?
Yeah.
Crypto's back to precious metals.
Yeah, that looks good. That's a real good chunk of profit you can start taking, if you just look for those entries and scale in from here. I mean, that looks great.
Yeah. So silver looks good. I will be looking. I'm not an aggressive or rather silver trader, but I'll be looking at this. Gold has already moved. Silver is starting to move. Right. Gold is just strong. It's now 1902. 1902. That 1901 target hit. It's at 1902 now. We did a good job, guys. Action on gold.
Hey, we've got the bank to thank for this aggressive move today.
Yeah.
I think we would have seen some continuation of the movement we got on Friday, regardless. But
Yeah,
I think this sort of aggressive movement today, I think definitely that SVB story has some sort of influence. Yeah,
I think it aggravated the direction or something that caused more volatility
definitely.
in
Yeah.
direction because this was a continuation. You've got a trend, the uptrend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep a
So
very
indeed.
close eye on gold. Any more charts that you guys want us to go over? I haven't really done analysis for this week.
Have a look at USD ZAR and then oil as well.
USD ZAR.
It's
USD
open at the bottom.
ZAR. Oh, it's already open here. There we go.
Yeah, had a nice pullback on Friday.
It rejected this high seen by this weekly candle there. At this point, I'm just sitting on my hands on our USD ZAR.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked it hasn't like pushed higher yet.
It keeps getting stuck on around about that 1860 sort of level. Keeps getting stuck there. I had a couple of guys that were in sales from these levels and been holding these sales for quite some time. It's now started working out at least in their favor on Friday. But they've been constantly selling from that level. And every time I've been warning them, watch out.
Selling USD ZAR right now
Yes.
might not be.
You see, like that's how I was feeling every day, and somehow it worked out for them. So
Yeah, but they mustn't anticipate USD ZAR to do that.
Yes,
I don't think
no.
that's gonna happen.
no, definitely not. No, at least it's not a longer term trade, but
Yeah.
it's really been struggling with that 1860 sort of level. And like you say, I don't know why it's such a significant level, but struggling to crack it.
Was that the weekly?
Yeah, this is the weekly view.
It does look like a reversal now.
But
Nice little flag forming there as well.
They've got a harmonic pattern. Maybe get a retracement down here to the 61.8. Let's see where the 61.8 is. 56, yeah, right here. Maybe we could get that retracement, something like this. See how the market retraces these retracements, then get a push to the upside. We'll see. Just keeping a close eye on this. If this weekly candle closed bullish, if it closed bullish, then we would have broken above and created a new higher high.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just be patient. Let the story unfold.
We've got rates as well this week, expecting.
ZAR,
Next week. Sorry, this is next week. This week or next?
Such
Next
stuff.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's next week. Either next week or the week after, and he's already warned us to expect more rate hikes
Oh yeah.
again. Yeah, no, it's can definitely expect some more rate hikes.
Yeah. USD ZAR oil. Let's see what oil is doing. Brent.
Yeah, okay.
Oof.
Is that more downside?
I think it's sort of like bottoming out. Trying to just form like a
It's
base.
just rangy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just rangy.
Because I have also recently, back in 2020, we used to get pretty decent moves out of inventories. And we don't get moves out of inventories anymore. Like nobody worries about oil inventories anymore.
So yeah, I think that phase at the moment is not in that inventory phase.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe it will be important, but I don't think now. I mean, the trend is still bearish. We could still hit that low, that line we have there.
What's that, 65?
Oh, geez, look at this. Yep. 70.
Continuation to the downside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't broken the overall descending structure. Still within. Right. All right. And USD CAD has just been pushing to the upside. All right, so oil downside is coming. Oil, right? It's still trading below the structure here.
Nice break, but put on a bar.
Does look nice.
Rejection. We test and hold that line, take it down to like 70.
Yeah, I see.
Wedged itself in nicely there. The downtrend and the uptrend. Rejecting on the top there, breaking the bottom. I think we come back, we touch the bottom of this trend perhaps and move down from there. Very well see that 70.
Even that like level you just pulled, that last low, it actually broke. But there's something down there.
All right, so effectively maybe a retracement and then continuation down.
Yeah, that's what I look for.
But it's just been taking a long time to correct. But
And petrol just keeps going up.
But you can blame the USD dollar for that.
Yeah, actually.
yeah,
Actually.
but I think still there's more downside coming on oil. Yeah.
Much to the Saudis' demise.
I want to check USD CAD.
They were on such a pushing price, the oil of price up campaign throughout the last couple of months last year, and it did absolutely nothing for them. Nothing.
USD CAD. What do we do? Okay.
Looks like a nice rejection.
Nice short. A nice short.
No.
From the top though.
But yeah, that level just a bit higher. Yeah.
You thinking a retest? Yeah, for some reason.
Maybe a bit lower. It can still retest a bit lower, but I would still look at buying this.
What I see here, I see a 5-wave structure from this low, right? We need like in terms of this 5-wave structure I'm talking about, we need like one more retracement and then another leg to the upside. So I see this as a continuation to the upside, still coming. Maybe to come into the zone one more time. And I see a 5-wave structure here. Where's the fib? So if you take a fib from here to here, then 38.2 would be somewhere here. Maybe a retracement to 38.2, and then a continuation up here. Yeah, I think a continuation to the upside is coming. I think that there's a nice structure developing.
Yeah, let's see. USD JPY, I haven't looked at that in ages.
Yeah, USD JPY hasn't given me what I'm looking for. It's just been disappointed with USD JPY. This is how it looks. This is the daily time frame. Honestly, I don't see anything in USD JPY. I tried, I don't see anything. These movements, no patterns, none whatsoever.
A little
That's
bit.
interesting.
Oh.
That's interesting. So that's the monthly. And close below that resistance you drew there. Then that will give us information.
Looks a little bit like heavy overextended.
What this bullish leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the time,
Actually,
like,
that retracement is really nice.
this could be false to head back down lower and
Yeah.
then make that. Because a lot of the times when you see like overextension like this bad, like you get like a false movement like this and continue lower and then actually like come back up.
Yeah.
And if gold is pushing up, this thing tends to push down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think it will reach the 50. It's only 8.2 now. Yeah, I don't think it will reach the 50.
Just do this.
Yeah. That's 61, 61. Yeah, I don't think I'll be looking at USD JPY. I want that monthly candle to close as it is
Yeah.
right now. Below, then I'll look at something.
I'm also very concerned about all the gaps in the market this week. Like everything just opened up way out of nowhere,
Yeah.
where we're sort of gonna have to fill up those gaps.
Yeah. So I would focus on gold rather than USD JPY.
Yeah.
Actually. Yep.
I think maybe another push up to continue to follow that trend line up to the top side.
As already tested it. It's coming down, yeah, to 120.
That retest, there's a little bit of resistance to the left as well. Okay. Let's still monitoring USD JPY.
Maybe GBP JPY is a little bit of a better thing to trade rather than USD JPY.
Yeah.
They do move quite nicely.
Yeah, GBP JPY is what I actually like to trade.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so on this one, I'm just looking for this, just the retest of this. That's what I'm looking for. Done. You just retest this, then selling orders from here, right? So what we see here is it has rejected this, and we still have this structure. So this is a break and retest of the daily weekly structure, right? So we are rejecting it, spiked up one more time, and then we are breaking structure to the downside. So if I can get a pullback here, then we're gonna continue this trend down. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, tomorrow's GBP comes out a little bit worse than expected. I think maybe you'll just see continuation of that leg to the downside.
With the GBP.
Yeah, so we've got GDP tomorrow on GBP. We got GDP on GBP.
GDP and GDP. And the channel to the upside. I'm anticipating the channel to break down. I'm anticipating that to break.
You want to break the channel on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. Let me just sort out this here. There we go. Okay, still good. Yeah, still good to go. Yeah, GDP, JPY. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking for. A continuation of the downside. I think tomorrow's CPI is gonna affect the pound a little bit because there's cable GBP USD. So GBP JPY might also be affected somehow. There might be some movement
Yeah.
on GBP JPY.
I think tomorrow is going to create a war.
Yeah.
If my suspicions are confirmed, we do get a little bit of a worse CPI tomorrow. I think that's going to be one of the bigger shocks we've had in the last 6 months. There's sort of been, except for NFP coming out so high a month ago, we've sort of just had like standard hard news, a little bit over, a little bit under.
Yeah.
Consistently coming down on CPI. I think if we're going to now come out with another number a little bit above, it's going to create.
I think we're going to see like a weak number and going to get more strength in the market.
Yes. Yes. So I feel like we're going to get like, what are they forecasting? 6.2. We're on 6.4 right now. If we hit, I think even if we stay on 6.4, I think that's going to bring more strength into the top.
That's true.
Yeah, even if we stay on 6 point, if we come 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, you can add 100 pips to each one of those 0.1s. It's just going to keep moving.
This theoretical pricing prediction.
Yes. No, I think it's going to be a complete turnaround in sort of investor bias. This whole beginning of this year has just been talk about stopping, rate raises, pausing, cutting, and now kind of a lot of those, I feel a lot of those positions came off the table last week Wednesday with the conference or the testimony.
Yeah.
And it's just if the CPI comes out on par or a little bit higher, even if it's with the 0.1, that's just going to confirm. And we'll see it carry on from the continuation. Oh, sorry, not continuation. This whole strength, gold strength, we're just gonna or maybe not. We spoke about it where we said it could maybe go both ways. US, sort of that fear coming in of recession, hard times, this type of story could definitely. Maybe rather we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day. Looking forward to it.
Day. 2:15 our live stream.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do we announce the winner now?
Yeah, go for it.
What have we got going on the comments? I see we got quite a couple of comments there.
Yeah, so we got. Oh, guys, we forgot. Like I think we mentioned this. If there's any pay you guys want us to have, we can just type it down below, and we'll have a discussion on that. There are a few comments asking about the economy calendar. Someone commenting on silver looking good, gold buys on lock. I assume he has some buys on gold, and yeah, basically positive review. There. All right.
Sports announcement.
Yeah. You sound like Bruce Buffer. It's time.
Right. So there we go. We are going to announce the winner of the competition. And before we start doing that, thank you very much to everyone who participated, who opened the account and all of that. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna announce the winner of the first winner. Right? I think of the first prize, that is, right? And also take note, the other winners will be contacted during the course of the week, right? So right now we're going to announce one winner. And the winner...
So we're doing sort of one winner per event and stream this week? Or?
No. So this week is going to be, we're going to announce the winners this week, right? It's going to be through social media pages. All right. So here we're going to announce one of the winners, and it is 10. All right.
Someone says you're muted.
Any idea?
Yeah, everything is good on our end.
Huh.
Yeah, everything is good on our end. Yeah, everything is good. All right. Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is the first name. My apologies of not saying the first name, but his name is Tepo Matebula.
Nice. Congratulations,
The
Tempo.
first name. What is the first name?
Zefania Tsepo Matebula.
There you go.
Congratulations.
There you go. Zefania Tepo Matebula. Apologies if you didn't say your name correctly, but Mr. Matebula. All right. So should go over that.
Let's quickly run through them and then we'll conclude.
So I think I already did the analysis on that. I've got US30 down here. There we go. All right. So quickly, it's on the opening bell as well. So my US30 analysis is as follows. Right. Let me just remove. All right. Yeah. There we go. My US30 and analysis, it goes as such, right? On the weekly, what we see here is a demand zone. The market is trading inside a demand zone. That's why we're starting to see rejection coming into the market, right? And also, after that, I haven't been looking at NASDAQ. You guys want to touch on NASDAQ?
Quickly have a look at NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Oh, from the equity